You're starting to feel like you are invisible. You look in the mirror and you see the silver in your hair, the lines on your face, and you wonder if your time has passed. You sit across from a woman, maybe she's your age, maybe she's a bit younger, and you feel a spark, but you doubt your own attractiveness. You wonder if she could possibly see you as a romantic, compelling man, or if she just views you as a harmless, familiar background character in her life. Let me stop you right there. It is not your fault. You were never taught this. Society has fed you a narrative that youth is the only currency of desire, and that as a man matures, he fades into the shadows. No one ever sat you down and explained the deeper, unspoken rules of feminine psychology when it comes to older men. Have you ever walked away from a conversation with a woman feeling like she meant something more, but you couldn't quite pin it down? Have you ever replayed her words in your head late at night, wondering if you just missed your chance? Have you ever felt like your age was a liability, when in reality, it might be your greatest asset? Take a breath. I promise you, by the end of this video, your reality is going to completely reframe itself. You are going to understand exactly how a woman shows attraction to a mature man, and you are going to realize that you are far more desired than you have been led to believe. Here's something most men completely misunderstand. When a woman is drawn to an older man, she rarely shows it the way a younger woman might. She does not twirl her hair, she does not giggle loudly, and she does not make obvious, direct plays for your attention. Women act differently around a man who carries mature masculine energy. They do not want to appear needy. They do not want to seem too easy. They are more guarded with their hearts. So instead of flashing neon signs, they test your awareness quietly. They check your emotional calm, your presence, and your ability to notice the subtle things. Feminine psychology works in layers. When a woman begins to view you as someone she can trust emotionally, physically, and intimately, her energy shifts. She moves from casual small talk to intentional curiosity. She begins asking questions designed to reveal three things: your strength as a man, whether you are steady or insecure, your emotional and practical availability, and your awareness, meaning, can you recognize genuine interest when it's sitting right in front of you? Women use questions the way men use actions. When a man is drawn to a woman, he offers help, direction, or protection. When a woman is drawn to a man, she asks a question that hints at closeness. There are endless questions a woman might ask in daily life, but when she is gently exploring intimacy with a mature man, she almost always asks two very specific questions. They are like a message hidden in plain sight. She does not ask these questions to pry into your life. She asks because she wants to sense your emotional warmth. She wants to feel, is he calm? Is he steady? Is he open to my energy? Does he stand in his masculine, or is he hiding behind polite detachment? These questions are not about collecting data. They are about connection. They are emotional bridges she places carefully, waiting to see if you will step onto them with presence. Most men respond to these questions at face value, but a wiser, more grounded man understands the deeper meaning behind her words. Stay with me, because the first question she asks is the one most men completely misinterpret, and your answer will determine whether she leans in or shuts down completely. The first question is this: do you spend a lot of time alone? It sounds harmless, doesn't it? It sounds like simple small talk, but it's not. It's her way of asking, is there room? Women always test for space in a man's world. Is he open, or is he closed off? Does he have space for closeness, or is he locked inside his habits? She might phrase it differently. She might ask, do you usually go out alone? Or do you keep to yourself? Or are you seeing anyone, or just doing your own thing lately? This question is never about loneliness. It's about access. A woman asks it only when she has already pictured herself in your space, somewhere near your life. She's trying to learn whether you are welcoming or emotionally unavailable. Think about it. If she didn't feel anything for you, she wouldn't care how you spend your time. But when she feels drawn to the stability and calm that a mature man carries, she wants to know if she can enter your world without forcing her presence. The quiet feminine fear, especially with older men, is that if she shows her interest too clearly, he'll think she's needy, or worse, he'll reject her. So she hides her attraction inside curiosity. Now, how do most men respond? Too literally. Yes, I'm alone a lot. Work keeps me busy. Or, no, not really. I keep to myself. When you answer like that, you shut the door. You give her nothing to step onto. But a steady man hears the meaning behind it. To answer in a way that builds attraction, you must stay balanced, calm, and open, but never needy. You might say something like, I enjoy my space, but I'm always open to good company. Or, I like my routines, but I'm always looking for someone who adds something meaningful to the day. Notice what this does. It tells her you're emotionally open without being desperate. It gently hints that she might be someone you could let into your life. This tone is exactly what women want from an older man. Open but not needy. Receptive but not needy. Strong without being cold. When you respond this way, she feels warmth, possibility, and emotional safety. And that naturally leads her to the second question. By the time we get to the second question, something shifts inside most men. They realize that attraction isn't about proving your worth, but about proving your presence.
The second question is this: what are you looking for these days? This question is never casual. It is not small talk. It is a woman exploring you as a romantic option. If she felt nothing for you, she would never risk asking something so direct. It feels too personal, too exposed. Women save this question for men they see as potentially meaningful in their lives. Again, she may phrase it differently. What do you want in your life right now? What direction are you moving in? What are you focusing on lately? What are you hoping to find at this stage of life? Women ask this question to understand your inner direction. For a woman to open herself emotionally or physically to a man, especially a mature man, she needs to sense something crucial. She needs to know that he knows who he is, that he knows what he wants, that he is not wandering through life stuck in old emotional stories or just filling time. She wants to know if he moves with intention. This question helps her see, is this man's life headed somewhere I could walk alongside him? Does he have emotional purpose? Is he the type of man I could trust with my vulnerability? Men who answer too literally do not realize they are breaking the moment. When a man says, I'm just looking for peace, or I'm taking each day as it comes, or I'm not really sure right now, she hears something else entirely. She hears drifting. And women do not invest their emotional energy in men who drift, no matter the age. A younger man can be uncertain and still be seen as figuring it out, but a man over 50 is judged by a different standard. Women assume he has lived through enough experiences to know who he is. If he sounds lost, she retreats. If you want to answer with masculine clarity, you do not need a long explanation. You do not need to reveal your whole life story. You only need direction. You can say something like, I am building a simpler, stronger chapter with the right people, or I'm looking for connection that feels natural, not forced, or I'm focusing on living with intention, sharing experiences and meaningful moments. These kinds of responses do three powerful things for her. First, they show you are moving forward, not stuck. Second, they show emotional clarity, that you know what you want. And third, they open a space where she can imagine herself fitting into your direction. This is deeply powerful for a woman. It gives her proof that you are not emotionally asleep. It's her first real emotional step toward you. When you respond with presence, she feels encouraged. When you respond with confusion, the energy drops instantly and the door closes. Here is what you must never forget. A woman who wants intimacy with an older man will not say it openly. She will not confess it. She will not push herself on you. She will ask two questions. Are you open emotionally? And are you emotionally alive? These questions are not about your plans. They're about your energy. When you notice them, you enter the moment with presence. When you fail to notice them, the moment disappears. Women rarely offer the same emotional invitation twice. When they open a door, it's only once. They place the bridge down, and if you do not step onto it, they quietly pull it back. If you remember just one thing from our time together today, let it be this. A woman does not test your words. She tests your presence. She tests your awareness.
If you can recognize the questions she uses to signal desire, you will never again wonder whether a woman is interested in you. You will no longer feel invisible. You will step into the quiet, grounded confidence of a man who knows exactly who he is, and a woman will feel that safety from across the room.